Welcome to Hot Throw, a show about the craft of candle making and small business. I'm Alex Lutz, one of your hosts, and today you get to hear from Kristina Breland, owner and operator of Southern Farmhouse Studio LLC. We'll be asking her a number of questions, interview style. Let's go ahead and dive right in.
Let's start with who are you? What is the name of your candle business? Where are you from? And what's your story?
My name is Kristina Breland, and I am the owner of Southern Farmhouse Studio LLC. I am originally from San Antonio, Texas, but I now reside in Auburn, Alabama. When coming up with a business name, I knew I wanted two words in the name, and those were Southern and Farmhouse. I live in the South, and I love everything farmhouse, so those had to be in the name. I tried it in different orders with company, incorporated, etc., but nothing really fit. So I went on my Facebook page, and I asked for advice, because everyone's always so helpful on my Facebook pages. There were so many to choose from, but when I saw Southern Farmhouse Studio, that really stuck out to me, and that's when I knew that was the name I was going to go with. Studio just kind of added that modern twist to it that I was looking for, and it was totally me. Well, in May of 2019, I was let go from my job at a lighting store. I am a single mom, so I had to figure out a way to supplement income fast. I really have no idea how it started, but one day I just decided to make some candles just for fun. I posted about it, my final product, on my personal social media platforms, and long story short, here I am 14 months later, still doing what I love.
What was your very first idea?
Well, my first idea was just to make a candle that smelled good, a candle that I liked and that I wanted to burn later. That's all I really cared about. And the other thing was to not screw it up. I felt like mason jars were southern enough, so I made a few. And I think blueberry cheesecake was the first one I made. And oh my goodness, y'all. When I opened that bottle, that was the one I was going to make, because that's the one I was going to be burning later. It gave me all the feels. Whenever I smelled it, it was just oh my gosh, I was in a bakery. It just smelled so amazing. Still to this day is one of my favorite scents.
How long have you been making candles?
I am so happy to say that I have now been making candles all by myself for 14 months now, and it's been great.
Why did you decide to start making candles?
I decided to start making candles because, like I said earlier, I needed to find a way to make some extra money while I looked for another job. I guess it was a blessing in disguise because I had no idea that this is where I would be right now after 14 months of starting.
What is your favorite part about running a candle making business?
My favorite part of running my own candle business is the flexibility. I can choose my own hours, how many candles I want to make per day, how many stores I want to sell in, and I can completely run my entire business however I want. Who doesn't want that?
What is one thing that you wish you had done differently when you started?
One thing I wish I would have done differently, of many, is to do more research. I'm one of those that I like to jump in feet first before I even have a plan. And that's pretty much what happened. I didn't know there were all these different type of wicks that you needed to use, and it goes with the wax and all of that stuff. I just kind of ordered some wicks off Amazon, got some wax, and then just got started and started selling. I know that sounds very scary to a lot of you, but I'm one of those that wasn't scared, so I just jumped, full force into the candle making business right away. I probably shouldn't have done that. Looking back, I should have done more research. I should have done a lot more testing. I have learned a lot throughout the, throughout the journey so far, but I definitely feel like I needed to be more educated on exactly what I was doing.
What platform have you chosen to sell your candles on and why?
I am going to tell you right now that I am the opposite of Alex, and I know nothing about IT stuff. I had a friend I met at a vendor event that sells children's books that she writes, and I asked her who her web guy was. He lives in Pennsylvania, and now Ben and I are the best of friends, although he may not think so most days, because I give him a lot of work. Anyway, he introduced me to Wix. I feel like it was very user-friendly, but there were a few things I can't remember at the moment that were a little frustrating. I like super easy, like simple, easy, simple, stupid. I recently switched to Square though, and I feel like Square is a lot more user-friendly. I feel like I really am more comfortable using it than I did with Wix. Like I said, he does a lot of stuff for me. I tell him, what I need, and then he'll fix it for me. So that is very convenient, but I do need to learn as well. I also liked how I still get notifications, but I used to get notifications of where people were visiting my website from, like where they were from. And sometimes I got like Paris, France, or the UK and stuff like that. So it'd just be exciting seeing that those kind of people were on my website, scoping me out and checking out my candles and stuff. So that was pretty fun.
Tell us about your experiences with in-person sales and events.
When I first started doing events, I was absolutely terrified, but now they are my absolute favorite thing. I meet so many new people from all walks of life, all different kinds of incomes, and just so many different conversations that you have. You just get to talk to people about all kinds of things, and it's like the way that you're connecting is like from the smell of the candle that they love, and I just love that. I also love networking because I have met so many other fellow entrepreneurs that are like-minded, and they have become like really good friends with me. And so I just like being surrounded by like-minded people, and I love how people are. Because when people buy online, they can't smell your candles in person, but when they smell them in person and they get like excited over the smell of a candle, that just like makes me happy. So I just love doing events and stuff because I just meet so many cool people, and it's just so fun.
Let's get a little personal. What do you struggle with the most in your candle business?
What I struggle with the most in my candle business is having limited space. Like I have a really small kitchen. I live in an apartment complex. I have 2 girls that, I'm still a single mom, and I have to plan between dropping them off at school and picking them up and figure out when I'm going to make candles in between that. I also thought it was a good idea in March to go get a puppy. So she has taken up a lot of my time as well. And so those are all the things I kind of struggle with right now. I know once I get a bigger space, everything will change, but it's just right now, those are the kind of the things that I'm struggling with. But yeah, it's definitely a challenge for sure.
I think many of us would agree that all the amazing smells is one of the best parts of candle making. So tell us, what is your favorite fragrance right now?
Okay, now y'all, if y'all haven't smelled pumpkin maple nut waffles, this is amazing. Trust me on this. When I smell it, I just love food candles. Like I said, blueberry cheesecake is one of my favorites, but like pumpkin maple nut waffles during fall is the best. Like I am a pumpkin spice girl. Not everyone's a pumpkin spice girl, but I just love the way pumpkin maple nut waffle smells. It just gives me all those fall vibes, I've been looking for. I eat generally healthy, so I want all my candles to be like all the things that I can't eat, so I can at least smell them. Yeah, so that's my favorite go-to right now.
All right, final question. What's one piece of advice that you would give to a new candle maker wanting to start their business?
Okay, so one piece of advice I'd give to a candle maker wanting to start their own candle business is to definitely be intentional with how you spend your money. Don't go out and buy 100 samples of everything, and just make sure, do your research. Find out the type of wick that goes with that type of wax and only order those wicks. Only order scents that you would actually buy, not, just because you want to spend money. Just be really intentional with how you spend your money. Watch a bunch of videos, do testing. Don't be afraid to try new things. Be adventurous. Try, different colors, different styles until you find something that fits your niche and, really goes with your vibes.
All right, that brings us to the end of this episode. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Hot Throw is available where all great podcasts are found. You can find us on Twitter at Hot Throw, and our new Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/Hot Throw. If you'd like to leave us a message we can play in a future episode, visit anchor.fm/Hot Throw and click the message button. Thanks. We'll talk to you soon.